Tech, they've had a great year.
And defensively, they rank as third best defense in the country, best in the Big 12. They do a great job creating havoc on that end of the floor, which lets them get into transition, and they're elite in finishing in transition. They get a really athletic team, and they do a great job in playing hard, competing, and forcing teams into turnovers. Second best at forcing teams in our league in turnovers behind West Virginia.
Obviously, that was the team you opened conference against on the road, and that game was not what you guys wanted. But this team is different now. Is that kind of a different focus this week than the first time you played them? Even still learning the lessons you have to.
Well, I know. That the first game they just took it to us 40-19 at half, and that game was over. So they've done that to quite a few teams, but I know we've improved, we've gotten better, we've gotten healthier since then, and they've gotten better. So excited to see just how much we've been able to improve.
Did you think at the time you played them that they might contend for the Big 12 title? Did you see that?
I was just hoping we're going to have 5 healthy guys at that point, to be honest. So going in, you know what? That's what makes the Big 12 special. You could have said that about 8 or 9 teams, you know.
Coach, yesterday one of the reporters out in Lubbock was asking Justin Gray about being almost a lock for the NCAA tournament. And Coach Beard interjected and said we're not a lock, and then Justin said we're never a lock. I mean, do you think that just...
We'll switch records with them, and I'll tell you we're a lock. You win 9, you're sleeping fine. Yeah, so I mean, they're way over. Yeah. In fact, they don't have to win again. They can just rest and make sure they don't get anyone injured, and they're fresh. Yes, exactly. Exactly. In fact, you want to call the reporter, tell them you got good news. They can pull what the NBA does. They're in. They can rest players, get ready for the playoffs.
But is that something that you guys do as coaches, just to stay sharp and say it's never a guaranteed deal?
If we got 10 wins, it's a guaranteed deal. But I think it's hard to trick kids nowadays. I mean, I mean that in all sincerity from the standpoint, our league has enough respect, and I think pretty much everyone knows nationwide. I mean, you win 9 or 10 games, you're not having discussions.
Right.
Scott, you've done it before as a coach. But did you see this kind of win streak from your team, knowing where you were at 2-7?
Well, again, when you put together a game plan, you know that if you operate it and execute it, you win every game. And you go into every game thinking, we do this, we are winning. So, yes, know we're capable of winning every game, but also know we're capable of losing every game. And you can play well and not win. So, especially when you're dealing with one-possession games, because anything can happen in one-possession games. People can throw in half quarters. Any fluke plays can, if you're playing in games where they're 10-plus points, then usually the better team's winning. But one-possession games, anything can happen. So it's hard to win 7 in a row. It's hard to win 4 in a row.
Coach, you mentioned the streaks, 6 and 4, the 2 longest active in the Big 12 right now.
Are they 7?
7.
Oh, they are at 7.
Yeah, because South Carolina. Yeah.
But 6 in the conference. What do you do when you have 2 teams going into a matchup where they're both just playing out of their mind?
Should be a great game. And after that, you're going to have to work on their confidence again and get their swag back, and the other team's feeling pretty good. So hopefully we're the team feeling pretty good.
What's it like, going into the matchup of the 2 hottest teams right now in the Big 12?
Well, I know with us, we knew once we could win a couple games and get on a roll, we thought we could be a pretty good team, and that's what we've been able to show recently. And once you start playing well, you don't want to go back to losing and not playing well. You're even more hungry and determined to do that. So I know Tech got into a stretch where they were like 1-3 also after they started out 3-0, and when you're on a roll, you don't want to go back to that part of it. So you'll have 2 teams, just like any Big 12 game, really fighting and competing to keep their streaks alive.
How important is it for you guys to have a packed house here Saturday
No, it's really important. Crowds make a big difference in games, and they affect our team. They affect the visitors' team. They affect how teams are able to communicate during the game. It helps with confidence of the players. Also helps the officials to see things better sometimes.
Do you think having this last stretch your ranked opponents at home, do you think that's helped your bench come along? They've been playing.
I think getting healthy has been a big thing that's helped our bench from the standpoint when we got everyone off their injuries and able to practice. They were able to get in a rhythm, get some chemistry, get some confidence. Because again, you can have injuries and illnesses, and once you're back, it doesn't mean you're back. It just means you're able to get back into form, and it takes time for you and the team to adjust to both of that.
Coach Tristan Clark has worked his way into the starting lineup
Mhm.
as a freshman. Thoughts on how he's progressed in the starter role?
Yeah, Tristan's been one of our most consistent players. He doesn't miss practice. He hadn't been hurt, and he's really even keel. He's always competing and playing hard and trying to get better. And somebody that all freshmen normally deal with some inconsistency more than upperclassmen, and he's been somebody that has been very consistent for what most freshmen go through, and especially to start in the Big 12. Big guys, it's kind of like offensive linemen in football or defensive linemen. They need some time to get the muscle strength to compete against other bigs that they face, and Tristan's done a great job with battling all of that stuff all year long as a freshman.
Was the experience with Joe and Bamba the difference in the game last week?
Well, I mean, you could say Manu and Coleman the experience too. So, and again, in one possession games, if they hit the last shot, then you're saying their inexperience was the difference.
Got Mooney and TJ, the way as seniors for them to accept their role.
Mm-hmm.
I know Mooney said he wasn't real happy when he
Mhm.
first went to the bench, but now he
Mhm.
sees the benefit of that. But how big was that for them to not just accept their roles, but really kind of thrive in it?
Well, the big thing is if you're more concerned with the team winning, the starting, not starting, that doesn't matter. It's when you're playing, how can I contribute and how can I be effective? And obviously, as a player, the better you do on the court and the better the team does, the more minutes you're going to get. And I think Nooney really has embraced the fact that I want to help our team win, do whatever it takes to win. And because of that, he's played really hard. And when you play hard, good things happen. And I think he put less pressure on himself maybe to knock down shots and more just to play hard and let the game come to him, which has allowed him to do that. And with TJ, I mean, the fact that when he was injured, he was able to lose weight, that's going to really help him hopefully down the stretch run. And then it's just taken him a long time to get his touch back and confidence back, and it's great that he has that now.
I didn't realize he had never started a game. Is he just a guy that you feel like is better coming off the bench?
Well, you look at the beginning of the year, he was a little overweight and then got injured. And, I mean, normally if you're starting guys, they're practicing, they're playing well, and so it's more a timing issue with him. Again, the great thing about why we've been successful and why any good team's successful is when they go to the bench, they have people that actually help their team and not just buy time. And our bench, what have we outscored people? 153-49 in the last 5 games. It's pretty good if that's right.
Each one of them had outscored the bench
Of the other team. So I mean, that's really a big reason why we've been successful and why we're winning.
Tech has been so good defensively all
Mhm.
year. How do you keep this offensive renaissance that you guys are going against them?
Well, the first and most important thing is make sure we don't turn it over. Because if you turn it over now, not only are you not scoring, but you're giving them easies on the other end. Defensively, they do some things besides their athleticism that make them tough to score on. I mean, they really do a great job keeping the ball on the side, then packing the paint on the drive. They lead the nation, I think, in charges. I think they had 6 against us last game. So hopefully we'll be better prepared and better adjusted for that. And a lot of our freshmen got those charges the first time. It helped them the rest of the conference to realize you got a jump stop. So
It's got a Tech's depth. Is it maybe the best in the league, or?
I don't know point production wise. I like our bench right now and how we're playing, but definitely their bench. If you take ours out of it, I mean, one of the best in the nation.